Welcome to Pydle Day 147. Pydle is a daily puzzle game you need to solve by writing Python code. Before we start, just want to highlight a change to Pydle, and this should pop up the first time you load today. I've removed the line limit because it doesn't really make sense, and I've replaced it with a character limit, and that applies to non-white space or new line characters. So it doesn't matter if you had multiple spaces with indentations, but the character limit is 250 characters. Okay, and the stats also now go on the kind of different number of characters you've used. Okay. Okay, so today's title is Minecraft Steve. You can compare my version of Steve. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to Pydle or you just want some more tips or tutorial on how to play Pydle, stick around as I will now solve yesterday's Pydle, which is also from Minecraft, and it's Creeper. So I think that's a pretty good Creeper. Okay, so this should be fairly simple as it's just green and black, and we don't have to worry about the greens, the blacks, because that's the default background color. There's some symmetry around, especially X, so let's just use Cartesian coordinates for X and Y, -2, 3. Okay, first thing to do is just the straight line and horizontal, the kind of the outline. And we can simply say if absolute value of x equals 2 or y equals 2, 2 plus x. Now we need to convert back to Pydle coordinates, 2 minus y. And then it's not white, it's green. Okay, the reason we do 2 minus y is Pydle coordinates goes from top to bottom, so y is 0 there, and then it increases as you go down, whereas normal Cartesian coordinates going up would be positive. So that's why we need to do 2 minus y. Okay, so we need a few more green pixels. Let's just tackle the ones on y equals 0, and we're just gonna create a tuple or tuple of absolute value of x comma y equals, that's 1 comma 0. Okay, so y is 0 there, and x is either 1 or -1. That's why you take the absolute value of that. Okay, so that's that one done, and all that remains is the one on the y-axis. You could see we didn't really use any of the symmetry on y, so we could have done it as normal coordinates, but let's stick with what we've got. So the final or x equals 0 and y in, and now we can just isolate the two y's, and it's going to be +1 and -2. Okay, so that should solve the Pydle. You have a go. You can see in the share now it's number of characters, so there's 116 characters. So you see the 250 should be plenty. Let me know on YouTube. Just comment on one of the videos if you what do you think. because I made this change based on some feedback I received on YouTube. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, have a go at solving Steve.